Hello, my friends. Happy Wednesday. It is good to see you all. I just had a Glinda moment. I almost went, my gut instinct went, it's good to see me, isn't it? Which is the first thing that Glinda says when she comes in on her bubble in the musical Wicked. And I just had a moment of like, it's good too. And I just really wanted to do the Glinda line, but I did not. Hello, my friends. It is good to see you. Andy is here tonight. Hello, Andy. And I love what he said, so we're going to share that. Please put your seat backs into the reclined position, grab your favorite drink, and join the party. We would love to have you. It is Q&A night. The Q&As have been going really, really well, so I'm just going to keep the momentum going with that. We end up having some really fun conversation, random conversation, yes, but fun conversation nonetheless. So, and we have some great questions tonight. So, first things first, though, highs and lows, my friends. Let's talk about our highs and our lows. Mine, I have food-related highs and lows this week. Sorry, I'm choking on myself. Food-related highs and lows. My high is that Fat and Weird Cookie is having a sale today only. I got the email about it. It's like 35% off. You don't need a code. This is not sponsored, by the way. But I love Fat and Weird cookies. They're like these big crazy cookies with a core inside of them, and I order them. I looked at my order history. I order them like roughly once a year. Apparently, it was last July since I last ordered them. So apparently I wait for, and there was like a birthday discount then too. So apparently I just wait for a birthday discount, and that's when I place a big order of their cookies. And so I placed that today. Did not intend to spend like $70 on cookies, but I did. Whoops. And I'm real excited about it. Hello, friends. Here's everybody. We got Amberly. Lissa's in here among the messages from Andy and Kathy. Hello, Brenda. My friends, Paulette is here. I mean, that line fits the diva thing. That's true. I should just start my live stream. It's good to see me, isn't it? But then you have to understand. Otherwise, I just really sound like a diva. My highest, I decided not to spend $50 to $60 on cookies and spent $187 on protein bars. All right, that works. First time I'm able to catch you live. My highest, I decided to sign up for Mindy's Macros for Life. Good for you. Take it from me. Mindy is a wonderful coach, y'all. I should know. I'm one of her clients. And she's wonderful. I've never done her group coaching before, so I don't know what it is, but if it's anything like her one-on-one coaching, it's solid. So good job. My low is having to take antipsychotics again. Oh no. I'm sorry. So my high is I ordered cookies. You will see there is a link because I'm shameless. There's a link down below. If y'all want to check out the sale and you buy at least $40 worth of cookies, I get like 100 points put in my account, which I can use towards cookies at a future time. So shamelessly, I'm going to tell you about that link if you want to check out the thing. And Alyssa asked me on Instagram, what did I order? So I will share. I can share what I ordered now. So let me find that email because she was curious. And order. Here we go. What's my order? So I ordered one regular big booty dough. That one's for my husband because my husband really likes that cookie. I ordered one big sexy. I ordered one the party animal. I ordered one Black Beauty, which is amazing, delicious. And then I ordered the special cookie for today, Aubrey Doki, which is like a donut flavored one. There's literally powdered donuts in the batter of it. And then, so they have the like Fat and Rare Cookies has like these big honking cookies, like cores in the middle, like cores of frosting or cores of dough or cores of something in the middle. That's what they're known for. I also did 3 Baker's Choice regular cookies, which means the baker gets to choose what ends up in my box and they're discounted because I didn't get to choose them. I also decided to try their flatties, which is something I have never had before, but it is like a regular cookie. It's not a big one with a core, it's just a regular cookie. So, a delicious looking cookie. And each set, every time you order a flatty, you get a pack of 2. So, I ordered 1 pack of Main Squeeze, which is a lemon flavored one of Show Me Your Bloobs, which is a blueberry core or a blueberry filling one that I ordered for my husband, and 1 Baker's Choice, and then I actually ordered the Flatty Variety Pack, because that was also on sale, down from $40, it was $27.20. So I get to try a bunch of the different ones. It's nice that they're 2 packs because I can have 1 cookie a day, and then I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So that is what I ordered from there. My low is that I burnt the heck out of our vegetables for the week. Burnt the heck out of them. And I know what happened. First, I used parchment paper, and I normally use aluminum foil. And I don't know if that had something. Are they? No, they are not. They're not similar in size to crumble. They are very different. They're like they're about they'll fit in the palm of your hand, but they're like, I don't know, that thick. They're big honkin' cookies. Let me see if I can't pull up a picture for you. Do they have any just regular old pictures? They have a bunch of reels now because freaking Instagram and it's reels, so that's all they post is reels. I just want a picture of the cookies. You can kind of see, maybe like compared to her hand. That's what they look like. They also sell giant 1-pound cookies, which I've ordered once. I ordered them when my cousin was coming to visit with his wife, and we split it 4 ways, and it was awesome. I just wanted an excuse to buy a pound one, and you put it in the oven to reheat it, and the core gets all melty. Yes, there should be a link down in the description box. Is there not? If there's not, let's see if I have it here. Oh, I still do. There you go. I'm going to put it in the chat for you too. Let me know if that shows up. So I burnt the heck out of my vegetables. And it's probably because I put them on the bottom shelf of the oven instead of the top, and I didn't rotate them. I was like, they'll be fine. Black as coal on one side. So I literally have been taking my roasted carrots, picking them up, and eating them like this to peel away the charred part because I'm not going to let the vegetables go to waste. But I'm not going to eat the carcinogenic charred part either. So that was kind of sucky, but like, whatever, it's fine. I was due for heat bars, so I bought 8 boxes to get the best discount. Nice. My high is that I'm here. I love that, Andy. We are glad you're back. We've missed you. I've noticed that you haven't been coming. I want a t-shirt from Healthy. I started Live 4 again. I've been killing it with my food. Excellent. 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 The link is there. Cool. Awesome. So, friends, did I miss anybody's? I don't think I did. Okay. So, we're going to start with arguably the funniest. Just for funsies, I put up, that anonymous, like, tell me something anonymously thing. I did it one other time and people were just jerks. And so I'm like, I don't need to do that again. But for Q&A day, because I use my question box every week on Instagram and I go, what do you guys want me to answer on the live? And I couldn't help but wonder if there were any questions about anything, I don't know, disability, like genuine curiosity that people were too embarrassed to ask me because they would see who asked it. So I opened it back up for a Q&A for this. And I only got a couple things. One of which was I'm sure a random roll, so I'm not even going to acknowledge it. One question was, do you have an imaginary friend? The answer is, or did you? No, I've never had an imaginary friend. Do you put on the same clothes after having a shower? No, not typically, because I usually shower before my gym clothes, or in my, before I take a shower, I'm in my gym clothes. After I take a shower, I put on clean, ready for the day clothes. This one is the one that got me. I literally did a spit take at the dinner table when I read this, because I'm like, who would even say this? It says this. I think Rachel Hollis knows that you regularly call her out on your channel. I exclamation point, exclamation point. I can't think she'd be happy about that. Exclamation point, exclamation point. Like, I'm not joking. That's oh, you can't. I can't make it. There. I'm not joking. That's what it says. I literally like almost choked on my dinner when I read that because I was like, first of all, she has no freaking idea I exist. None. Zero. She has no idea. Two, she deserves it. So I'm not sorry. As the necklace that I have that she branded says, not sorry. I was like, Rachel Hollis could not care less, and you seem to think like, was that a threat? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, was this person trying to threaten me, trying to scare me, trying like Rachel Hollis could not care less. She could not care less about me. I do not even exist to her. But I think it's really funny that you think she cares. I'm glad that you rank me of higher importance than I rank myself in Rachel Hollis's life. So thank you for that laugh, whoever that was, because I about died. I about died. I could definitely not eat burnt veggies. Well, here's the thing: the non-charred sides tasted great. It was just the one side of every piece of the chopped up vegetables. So once you remove the one charred side, everything else tasted great. It was cooked perfectly. It was fine, but it was just the one side. I hope she knows and she learns. Hello, Lauren. It's good to see you. Is Rachel worried you're stealing her content? I'm glad y'all think this is as hilarious as I do because I laughed. I'm still laughing. Like, what an absurd thing to say. Thank you for the entertainment because oh my gosh, that was so funny. I think you're an amazing lady. You strive to do things that are hard for you, but you persevere. Thank you, Paulette. Thank you so much. So that being said, those were the only questions I got from the anonymous question thing. And so we will move on. And this is the one that I keep neglecting. If this one is from Lissa, I keep neglecting it because I don't have a good answer. I don't remember what my early childhood TV shows were. I know that I watched Mr. Rogers and like Sesame Street. We did Sesame Street. We did Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And I remember growing up and going to my grandmother's house most afternoons, and we would always watch Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And then The Price is Right. So that's what order those things were on, I guess. What's Andy, you're not in on the Rachel Hollis information, the 411. She was a very, very, very popular self-help guru for a very hot second before she shot herself on the foot. And now can't sell out one of her talks to save her life. And it's just, it no, no, and I need to. I need to. There's also is it a documentary called Won't You Be My Neighbor? I haven't watched either of them. And I have every intention of doing that. Because Mr. Rogers was just an all out upstanding individual of a human being. And I want to honor him by actually watching the content about him. But we watched that. I was way into the original Pokemon cartoon when I was younger, and I was way into the original Power Rangers. Way into it. I I keep saying that Patrick Swayze was my first crush, but it might have been Tommy from Power Rangers, the green and then white ranger. Actually, I don't know what oh, I forgot about him. I really had a thing for him when I was younger. Yes. Yes. So yes, Power Rangers. I was way into Power Rangers. I was way into Pokemon. What else? I don't know that there was anything. There's nothing else specifically. I mean, I watched Boy Meets World. I watched. I can't remember because at a certain point I hit the age because I'm the oldest, right? So I ended up having to watch TV that my younger siblings watched. And so when I was 8, 9, 10, Deanna, my youngest sister, was a young child. And so we were watching the kids' TV shows and stuff. And they always took over the television. So I didn't necessarily get to watch the what I wanted. Yes. So many times. I'm pretty sure my sisters and I and probably my father can quote that movie. I have to get started. I haven't seen it in years, but I guarantee you I had that movie memorized. Guarantee you. with Ivan Ooze, Leap to Your Doom. There are still quote moments that we pull from it, but oh yes. Oh yes. We knew that movie well. Very, very well. Yes, everyone's a fan of Tommy. Yes, yes. And see, of course, I was your typical basic white girl. I wanted to be the Pink Ranger and I loved the Green Ranger. But oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's there's your answer, Alyssa. There is your answer. Um, I feel like I watch preschool TV longer than kids watch it today. Yeah. 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 No, it's true. And that's why I was like, I remember watching a lot of Teletubbies again, because I have younger siblings. They're not that much younger than me, but like, by the time you're 10, if the youngest is 4, so like we watched our fair share of Teletubbies. We watched Arthur. We watched Arthur. It was Deanna's favorite show, but I watched a lot of Arthur because she was watching it. Do you get Thunderbird or Thundercats? No. I feel like I'm supposed to know what that is, but I do not. No, Paula, I did not watch Captain Kangaroo. No. Teletubbies was the in thing in middle school in my neighborhood. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Yeah, and maybe it was middle school. I honestly don't remember. All right. Next question. What is your favorite sandwich? What's your favorite sandwich to make at home or order in a restaurant? So for me, it's not like I love sandwiches. First of all, like call me Joey Tribbiani for a hot second because I freaking love sandwiches. It's one of my favorite foods. I neglect to think it because when I sit there and I go, oh, what's my favorite food? You think of all the other things, but I love a high quality sandwich. Love a high quality sandwich. My high quality sandwiches, it's just a matter of like if you get the right sauces on it, the right condiments are what really is going to make your sandwich. So I use good mayonnaise or like a garlic aioli or a flavored mayonnaise, make it real, real good, or some Dijon mustard with the mayonnaise. Oh, so good. And then if I'm making like a primo supreme sandwich, I've got a slice of cheese on there, maybe 2, full fat cheese. I've got the meat doesn't really matter. My preferences are chicken, turkey. I typically make turkey sandwiches, or ham. Ham is also very good. But I will put on lettuce, I will put on freshly cut tomatoes, and I will put on pickle slices. That's when you know girl's getting serious about her sandwich. It's just so good. It's just so good. And I will pop it in the air fryer to toast it. So good. It's so good. Order in a restaurant, it really depends. I'm no longer I used to order club sandwiches and stuff a lot, because they were easy. I liked them, whatever. Since I've been more diet conscious in my life, I order sandwiches a lot less unless it sounds like a very good sandwich. So, I mean, does this answer count? My favorite sandwich to order in a restaurant is a good burger. That counts, right? So like I will I it well, if it's got a really good bread, a ciabatta, a pretzel roll, I will eat anything if it's on a pretzel bun. I will eat anything if it's on a pretzel bun. So if a burger has a pretzel bun, odds are I'm going to order it. If a sandwich has a pretzel bun, probably going to order it. That's just how I am. Ciabatta, French. I don't do the plain boring white bread anymore. It's got to have a bread with an oomph to it. Um, and if it has, again, like I'm drawn to things like flavored aiolis, things that are interesting that I don't typically get at home. Crispy onion straws. Like I'm trying to think of sandwiches I typically eat. I love a caprese themed sandwich with like a pesto sauce, pesto aioli, something like that. Something that feels special and something that it's not as easy for me to make at home is what I will order in a restaurant. Clarissa, we definitely watched that show. I've watched all that. My middle sister loved All Real Monsters. We watched our fair share of Hey Arnold. We did all of them. I was just a little bit older. 2 different shows. I love a good sandwich. Me too. Do you like beef and mustard? I like mustard. I do not like super super spicy mustard, but I love a tangy Dijon mustard. The Good and Gather organic Dijon mustard is on point. It is perfect. It's so good. It's so good. Do I like beef? I will typically not do. I would probably do cold roast beef over like Italian beef. I'm not a huge fan of Italian beef sandwiches. There's just other things that I would rather eat. Typically in the Midwest, when you order when you're at like a party or whatever and it's catered and you have like Italian beef sandwiches, at least in my family, there's also typically like a platter of fried chicken as well. I will pick the fried chicken over the Italian beef sandwich every time. Um, Restaurant right now, the Philly cheesesteak. My husband likes those. Again, I'm like, they're fine, but I don't go crazy over them. I love me a good deli sandwich. Like, does that count as a deli sandwich? I don't know. I just love me like, you know what's really good? Go to Quiznos. We have a Quiznos not that far from us, and we love a good old toasted sandwich from Quiznos. It's got bacon on it and mayo, and I get one with like the honey French dressing on it. It's so good. It's so good. Kim, hello. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Prime rib. It was ridiculous. Oh yes, remembering those sick days. We also watched I grew up on old school Looney Tunes. Old school Looney Tunes. We had a lot of those recorded or on VHS. Next question. Worst movie you ever saw, movies you won't watch again. Gosh, what is the worst movie I've ever seen? So, all right, this is going to be really unpopular opinion. This is going to be really unpopular. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Not that long ago, my husband and I, every once in a while, when we see that we have access to a movie that is incredibly popular, a cult classic, something that's Academy Award, something that like we probably feel like we should have seen, we watch it. Not that long ago, we watched the critically acclaimed Nerd Alert 2001: A Space Odyssey. I felt like my brain was going to melt by the end of it. And not like in a I was stimulated kind of way. I was so confused and so drained. And I looked at my husband and I said, if you ever make me watch this again, we're going to be drinking because what? Uh, so we saw that once. Now, call us, what's the one when you like to beat yourself up? Masochist? Call me a masochist. But we discovered on HBO that there is a sequel to that movie called like 2010. Something I don't remember the tagline to it. We're probably going to watch it because we hate ourselves. But the best part about that movie was the classical music soundtrack. That was the best part. What? I just looked at my husband. I was like, I'm never getting those like 2.5 hours of my life back. And for what? Like, why was this so popular? What in the world? Like, I literally felt like my brain had melted and was going to ooze out my ears. It was, I think it was a terrible movie. It was a terrible movie. And I was very confused by the end of it. I was very confused. Like I kind of think, and we looked up some stuff afterwards. Like I get it now, but like, the other one, what is the name of the movie? It is the first movie in the horror movie line called that ends with or Army of Darkness is one of them. What is the name of that movie that we watched it last Halloween? And it's supposed to be like this vile, awful, disgusting, just Halloween movie to end all Halloween movies. Evil Dead. Evil Dead. We watched Evil Dead. It was so bad that it wasn't scary. You know those movies where like they're meant to be horrifying and terrible and gross and they're just not because it's just ridiculous. That's what this movie was on steroids. It was so bad. It made for a very entertaining Halloween. My husband and I put costumes on. He has like this mage robe and I have this like cute little like it's a sexy Eskimo thing, but I put leggings on underneath it because I was answering the doors for trick-or-treaters. But we put on our Halloween costumes and we watched Hocus Pocus first to make it nice and light. And we played a Hocus Pocus game that we bought for the occasion. And then he's like, he wanted to watch a scary movie. So we watched that. And it was just so bad. I was like, this is what? I got to stop letting my husband pick the movies. I swear. On the flip side, though, we did watch, we completed the Lord of the Rings series. We watched all of the extended editions, and now I feel like I have been inducted into the official nerddom because Lord of the Rings was really the one big thing that I was missing in my knowledge of nerddom. Done Star Wars, Master of Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings was missing, and now I've done Lord of the Rings, and I enjoyed them. I enjoyed them very much. So those are really the two that stand out to me, really. Um, yeah, they typically rely on jump scares. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Let's see. Next question. Clothing pieces you couldn't live. I typed life like it's probably live without. Clothing pieces I couldn't live without. Well, for one, sorry, Andy, my third love bras. Third love bras are amazing. They're fabulous. They're wonderful. I also, on the flip side of the budget items, because do I do I like horror? No, I used to. I used to really like the adrenaline rush from horror movies, and the older I get, the more I just want stuff that comforts me. I want stuff that makes me feel good. I want stuff that makes me laugh, and I just want to feel good. At the end of the day, I just want to feel good, and horror movies don't do that for me anymore. So I avoid them unless my husband makes me watch them. We did watch one. Oh gosh, what was it called? I think it was called Friday. No, Freaky. I think it was called Freaky. And it's a horror movie, but it's the concept of Freaky Friday, but it's Vince Vaughn and some early 20s, good-looking skinny girl person. Can't remember. She might have actually been in high school. I can't remember. But they switch by and he's like some serial killer person. They have a Freaky Friday moment. So it's comedy and horror movie at the same time. That was actually pretty solid. But in general, no, I don't like horror movies. So my bra, my $12 coffee sweatshirt from Sam's Club that I got, I don't know how many years ago was that. I love that sweatshirt. It's my new Carthage sweatshirt. I got rid of the Carthage sweatshirt, which is where I went to college, by the way. That was like two sizes too big for me when I bought it, and I bought it at a larger clothing size than I am now. And I wore the crap out of that thing, and it was just Lindsay. It is so good to see you. Hello. Um, so I am like I wore the heck out of like that's half of the time I was in college. That's what I was wearing was that sweatshirt. So I actually got rid of it when I got down to my goal weight. I was like, it's a dress. I'm never gonna wear it again. So I have a different sweatshirt from college. Don't worry, I didn't get rid of all my college sweatshirts, just that one. So like the coffee sweatshirt's like my new Carthage sweatshirt. I just love it, makes me happy. I haven't worn it in ages because it's hot outside, so I haven't needed to. And Rosie's here. Gang's all here tonight, man. I love it. I love to see it. Hi, Rosie. And yeah, so my bras, good bras. My that sweatshirt. What else? What else? What clothing pieces can't I live without? I mean, right now, that's a really hard question to answer because I don't have anything that I'm just like, oh, I love this. Trudy, hi. No, you haven't. If I haven't said your name, you haven't said hi, and I don't know that you're here. So, hello, hello. Um, so that's really all I can think of at the moment. I'm actually a big fan of the dress that I have on from Amazon right now. But it's nothing awesome. It's fine, but it's very comfortable. So it's not flattering or anything like that. But yeah. I Oh, the American Eagle shorts that they quit making because I know that you had a thing with the American Eagle jeans. Lindsay, I have got to tell you, I've gone through some of the clothing bins in the basement of like clothes that don't fit me right now. The amount of American Eagle mid-rise jeans I have in there is outrageous. I probably have 12 pairs of jeans sitting down there, just waiting for me to shrink down enough to be able to fit into them again. And they're all American Eagle jeans, all of them. If you know what, if a little bit of time passes and I just am not fitting into those jeans anymore, I'm gonna send them to you and you can wear them. Comfy pajamas. Yes, and I love comfy pajamas too. I've actually been wearing pretty much the same pajamas all summer long. You guys remember? Do you remember? I ordered some stuff from Soma at the beginning of the summer, and I ordered a set that's like a lace top. You often see it if I'm doing like a good morning post on Instagram. The lace sleeves. That's my pajama top, and the shorts. And I've actually been really loving those. I sleep in them all the time. All the time. I throw them in the wash, I fold the laundry, and I just pull them back out again. That's pretty much the only pajamas I've been wearing all summer long. And I really like them. I really like them. Hey, those words that can't age out of them, or I just might fall dead. I don't think you'll age out of them. I don't think. What is your biggest regret? Most people probably would have to take a lot of time to think about this answer, like to really think of the deep answer. I knew it, and as soon as I typed it, I knew what my answer was. My biggest regret is stopping piano lessons in the second grade. That is hands down my biggest regret. My biggest regret. Because I started piano lessons in the second grade and they were private lessons. The guy came over to our house. It was great. I hated practicing. I was good at it. I knew how to read music. I didn't like to practice. And my mom's like, if you're not going to practice, I'm not going to keep paying for lessons for you. My biggest regret in this life is that she let me quit. I should never have quit piano lessons. I would be such a good piano player and it would have helped me so tremendously in college and teaching voice lessons and just for my love of music. It is hands down, bar none, my biggest regret in this life is stopping piano lessons. I should have been playing piano in lessons from second grade all the way up until college. I should have been. And I think I took lessons for maybe a year. Maybe a year. What is the brightest color that you own? Um, right now, it's really hard to say. I'm picturing my closet. I have a bright magenta t-shirt that I wear occasionally. I have what else do I have that's really bright? I do have this little pajama set that's like it's a pair of pajama shorts and then it's like a little like drawstring thing. You guys can't see me. It's got like a drawstring here. And so like it's a crop thing. So it's something that I don't like wear in pictures or out or anything. It's for my husband and for me. But it's very, very comfortable. But it's like a bright lime green. So I have that. And then I have what other bright things do I own, you guys? I have one very, very neon pink pajama t-shirt. It's very vibrant, very, very vibrant, and also very see-through. So again, don't wear it very often. Um, but so I guess 2 of the 3 answers there was pink. So I guess pink is the biggest the brightest color I own. Have you watched the Abercrombie& and Fitch documentary? No. Good regret. I think mine would be that I never asked for piano lessons. We did voice lessons so I can find my way in a keyboard, but I don't have any real skills. Yeah. At music. It's one of those things. Every person that I see with with kids that like talk to me about music, I'll be like, I tell them, get them involved in music. And unless they absolutely hate it, have them keep going. It is such a valuable skill. Oh man, music. I quit all musical things and I wish I stuck with something. Yeah. That tends to be the more people I talk to, the more people have a musical related regret too. It's like one of those things that like a lot of people wish they had some sort of music skill and they just either opted not to go for it or they gave up too early. And while I clung on to my music skills and like I can fight my way around a piano, I taught voice lessons for what, 5 years, 4 years, something like that. So I quit piano and I always regretted it. And it's just one of those things. And like, it's funny and it's ironic because in order to graduate from college, I literally had to test as piano proficient. So I was back in piano lessons in college for a test that I could have easily tested out of if I had actually stuck with piano. Like, it was not hard for somebody with experienced piano playing to be dubbed piano proficient and not have to take private lessons or group classes or anything. And I was not that lucky because I didn't keep it going. I didn't keep it going. Music is the universal language. It's true. It's true. I played the flute. I didn't know that about you. How fun. If not theater, why a valuable skill? Because I'm also in church and I also made money. Like being able to play piano and teach voice lessons was actually my primary source of income for several years. So it's much nicer when you feel confident in your piano playing abilities to be able to play for your students and everything. It's so much nicer. It's so much nicer. I taught myself to, and music is good for the soul. It's good for the soul. And if you're somebody who knows how to make music, like think about the feeling you make the feeling you get when you make music, whatever the music is. Like you feel pretty good. It's good. It's a nice thing. I taught myself to play a few tunes on the piano by ear. Oh, nice. The clarinet. I have two I bleed pink and two I bleed Two I bleed yellow shirts. Nice. I meant for most people. No, I mean for most people, it's still like I mean, look at the chat. It lit up with, oh yeah, music, 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 music. Because like Lindsay said, music is the universal language. It brings joy. It brings meaning. It brings feeling. Um, no matter how you do it, even if you play drums, like you could be a drummer. A lot of people I know want to play guitar. I didn't like guitar would be a fun skill for me to have too, but I'm never going to be a guitar player. These hands won't guitar. I know that. These hands can barely piano sometimes. But it's just oh, it's so good for you emotionally and actually scientifically. People who participate in music are actually a lot better at math. They're a lot better at science, and like it actually increases their IQ. Like music is actually a very valuable thing. Um, Studying music works both the left and right sides of the brains. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Musicians tend to be smarter. And that's not just me saying it because I am one. Like that's actually a scientifically proven thing. I do too. Fun fact, for about 20 minutes today, I listened to a couple of Christmas music songs. I was listening to this one playlist by this woman. I don't know who it is. Someone shared the playlist and I loved it. And so I went and perused her other playlists, and she had a Christmas one that I turned on. I want to play drums. It just takes time and money and a lot of noise Fun fact, did you guys know I played drums for 7 years? I'm a drummer. I can drum on a drum set. I can't do much more than the basic thing, but I can do it. I played guitar when I was younger. When I ended, I had a red awesome electric guitar and an amp. Oh, how fun. You're welcome. For the record, from neuroscience, everything practically uses both right brain versus left brain is a myth. I did not know, to be fair, I did not know that right brain versus left brain is a myth. I never put a whole lot of weight on right brain, left brain, because whenever it's like, oh, if you do these things or you excel at these things, you're right brain. If you excel at these things, you're left brain. And not to sound conceited, but I'm like, I excel at both of those things. So what the heck am I? So I never subscribed to right brain, left brain, because I was all brained all the time. Singing is the one thing I regret most because it's something I gave up because of anxiety. We have a lot of instruments, and the girls are in guitar and piano lessons. Thank you. I was just about to say, do not let them quit piano. Do not let them quit. Especially you, with you singing in the church. Like, really, don't let them quit piano. 142 days, and you can play all the Christmas music you want. Is that how long it is until Christmas, or how long it is until the day after Thanksgiving? Let's see. What material item would you save in a fire? This was a hard one for me as well. Simply because I'm like, what do I have that's irreplaceable? What do I have that's technically irreplaceable? And the answer is not a whole lot. And I was gonna grab it. It's hiding in that closet over there. But I have an Afghan that my grandma made me. I think she gave it to me for my 18th birthday or my college graduation. It was one of the two. No, I think she gave me the Wicked blanket. She crocheted me a blanket with like a witch's hat in it, and it said Wicked on it. I think she gave that to me for my 18th birthday, because my aunt and my mom got me tickets to New York to go see Wicked. So it was a whole Wicked themed birthday. And for my college graduation, she gave me this, or Christmas, or my sometime around there. College graduation. Yes, she died right after my college graduation. And but I came over to her house one day, and she was crocheting, as she does, or did, with this beautiful like blue, purple, light blue yarn. And I made a comment. I was like, "Wow, Grandma, that's a really pretty yarn." I'm like, "Man, whoever's getting that blanket is really lucky. That's a good blanket." And she used what she had left of that yarn to make me a blanket. And so I have that blanket. My husband doesn't like the feeling of Afghans, so we don't have them out as an active use of blanket, but it's hiding in my closet, and that's probably the thing I would grab is that blanket. Clarinet was because it hurt my mouth. I played clarinet for a hot second, and then once I had to do anything beyond this, like moving my fingers, I couldn't do it. So the band director and my mother had to come up with something new for me to do, and they came up with mallet percussion. So that's what I played in band, was mallet percussion in the 5th grade. And then when I got into the school where you actually had like band class and everything, he made the other percussionists teach me how to use the rest of the percussion equipment. I'd save our external hard drive. Yeah, and we don't necessarily have one. I mean, I have a couple of them that I could grab, but it's mostly a lot of my external hard drive is like a backup of this computer, and I have another one that's all of my old YouTube videos. Yeah. We keep ours on the cloud. So the first thing that comes to mind is my stuffed lion. Oh yeah, my bear that I've had since I was 6 years old is also in there, and Mr. Bear was the other thing I thought of. But I was like, if I lost him in a fire, would I be devastated? Probably. I mean, I'd be devastated for a while, but it's not like it's like, oh, that was my one thing. The Afghan would mean a lot more. Which electric device would you grab in a fire? I mean, the easy answer is my phone. Because let's assume, although can we assume that the phone is going to be on me because it's always within an arm's reach of me anyway. I would grab my computer, but it's replaceable. They're all totally replaceable. So I guess if I had to grab one, it would be my phone because I can log into everything on my phone, get all the all that. I'm using Logic Brain here. Thought this one was funny. Most annoying thing people do in public. For me, and I don't know if this counts. But is this the thing they do in public? But like, I can never think of the answer in the moment that the questions get asked. Like, what's your biggest pet peeve? But this is my biggest pet peeve, and I think one of the most annoying things that people do in public. And that is, I can't stand people that don't put their grocery carts back. It makes me crazy. It makes me crazy. And it might be because I'm biased and I'm like, I'm handicapped and I'm putting my cart back. But it just like the people that just abandon their carts randomly and typically in the handicap spots, like they just are abandoned. It makes me crazy. Makes me absolutely crazy. So I find that to be pretty obnoxious. And then I also, I mean, when people use speakerphone, I'm definitely team don't use speakerphone or FaceTime when you're out in public. Because it's just loud and obnoxious. We had a fire in our home in 2014 in a rental for 3 months. People and pets were safe, lost some precious treasures. Although it's sad, really puts things into perspective. Wow, I didn't know that about you either, Kim. Grab my cat. Well, obviously I'd grab Gracie. I assumed she meant what material items. That's the one irreplaceable thing that has sentimental value. That and my baby blanket. When people chew with their mouth open, drives me nuts. I can't stand people smoking from. Oh yeah, I don't even think about that because we don't encounter it much anymore. But yeah, I'm with you on the smoking too. It makes me crazy. Makes me crazy. Let's see here. There's so many good ones. There are so many good ones. Let's get a little serious for a second. Although I don't really have a good answer for this yet. What drives me crazy is people who go through the effort of lifting the car onto the curb instead of walking it 10 feet. I can't. Yeah, it can't. Oh, what did Lindsay say? What's happening here? I can't say. Oh, it was for whatever reason I read that as Amberly saying that. Yeah. Yep. You're not No, I am handicapped. I am handicapped, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm handicapped. I'm disabled, whatever you want to call it. I am not somebody who takes offense of apparently it is actually ableist to use the term differently abled instead of just saying disabled. I don't pay that much attention to it. But if you I have Charcot-Marie Tooth disease. I have a disability. I do. So I am a disabled human, and it's fine. It is part of who I am. It is not the entirety of who I am, but it is part of who I am. And I have a handicapped card, which means I am a handicapped individual. I have a handicapped card hanging in my car, or actually it's usually in my purse so I can jump from car to car, but I have a handicapped card. I am a handicapped, disabled person. I am much more abled than many people with disability, but I am still a disabled human being. So, and Rosie, as a fellow disabled human being, is here going, yes, and cheering me on. Is there a difference between lies of omission versus white lies versus just not telling the truth? And is it ever okay to lie? That's an intense question. And I think when there's like just not telling the truth, like downright lies, especially when when it is harmful to the individual, be it a lie of omission. Like for example, a lie of omission would be like, are you uh, innocent flirting with somebody or innocent? Like I'm trying to like it's a situation I would never put myself in, so I'm trying to think of the right way to word it. But like if my husband inquired about who was there, and I know that an individual, like say I went to a party without him, and there was an individual there who he is, you can tell is concerned about our interaction or a level of flirtatiousness or whatever the case may be, and I decided to tell him he was not, that individual was not at the party. That would be a harmful lie of omission, right? Um, so there's stuff like that. So like I'm the bottom line for all of that, because everybody thinks a little bit differently, but the is it ever okay to lie? I think in the right circumstance, it's okay to tell the white lie. For example, well, I was going to say, does this shirt make me look fat? Depending on who you're talking to, I would say, yeah, take it off and go put something else on. But let's say a great example is this. We're watching Big Bang Theory and we finally got to Amy and Sheldon's wedding, and Amy picking out her wedding dress, right? And she picks out this absolutely hideous wedding dress and she loves it. And she loves it. If I was in that situation and she asked me how I felt about her wedding dress that she very clearly loved, I would tell her it was beautiful because she's happy with it. And it is harmless to me or to her if I tell her, no, it's hideous. That's not what you should do. If it brings her so much joy, right? If it brings her so much joy. So something like that, like that sort of white lie, yes, go for it, because what do you gain from telling the truth? If it is a dress that she was genuinely unsure about and like, I don't, then tell her your honest opinion. But if it's a dress that she's so clearly happy in and confident in, and you're just going to go and telling her the truth is going to trash her love of this dress she found, you lie. Because it's not about you. It doesn't matter. So that situation, is fine. Most other situations, not okay. You know? Um, because I mean, telling the truth is important, you know? Favorite thing about myself. That's a hard question too. Um, differing differing ability to me is Harry Potter. Um, it's like LGBTQ plus. Don't deny how someone defines himself. Disability is not inherently bad. Yep. If the only happens, if the only thing that happens by you telling the truth is hurting someone, then yep, lie. Yeah. Um, but yes and no. Like in terms of like the heavier stuff though, if you cheated, I feel like you got to come clean about that, like on your spouse or something, like big deal thing, right? If your only goal of telling the truth is you're going to destroy someone's confidence in the dress that they feel confident in, you lie your pants off. Um, your pie is delicious when it's not. Yeah, yep. So what lie is that? Are you enjoying your food? Yes, you did great. Thank you. It's good. Or you could do like the sidestep thing about like, what do you think of the pie? Oh, I love and then say something about it. Um, lie of omission, not telling a celiac person, yeah, that's a problem, right? So that's not good. And again, because that's inherently harmful to the individual if you do lie. If you do that lie of omission and you say, "Oh no, there's no gluten in this," or I guess not telling them the lie and saying there's no gluten is actually just an outward lie. Um, I heard a quote that the biggest lie she tells is the smile on her face makes me think. Yeah, wow, that's deep. That's deep. What is my favorite thing about myself, y'all? My favorite thing about myself, I don't know. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. I like I like and this is this is gonna sound not awesome for just a hot second, but I like that I have kind of a power to manipulate people. And not like in a negative way, but like I have, and my mom has always told me this, everyone tells me this. I have this power over people, especially people that I'm interacting with in real life. I can like my mom always thought it was hilarious because I any man I meet, any age, I can get him wrapped around my finger so quickly. And it's not by doing anything wrong. It's not by doing anything bad. I just have this power over people. People trust me, people like me, people confide in me, and it's great. I love that I was given this power to be able to interact with people on such a positive level. And, so, like, I guess manipulating people is the wrong word, but, like, I feel like it's one of those things that, like, "Oh, just let me talk to them. I'll get you what you need, because I can." And because it's easy for me to get people who see me in real life. It's harder over the internet, but in real life, it is very easy for me to interact with people. Very, very easy. And it oftentimes works to my advantage. I don't like actively try to take advantage of it, but like it's also one of those things like my husband even acknowledges this. He loves when he can take me to a work function because when I go to the work function, I'm the one that's talking with people and lighting things up and like flirting in the not sexual way, but just like making people feel good about themselves. And then people love me and then love him because he brought me. So I'm really good with people. I'm really good with people. Um, Thank you. It's funny, so many people, and this is not to like look for compliments or anything. So many people say that about me, and my smile is crooked and it makes me crazy. I think I have the most ridiculous smile on the face of this planet. And there are so many people that tell me that I have an amazing smile. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? My smile is completely lopsided and I scrunch my nose and it looks ridiculous. So thank you for saying that because other people do too. And it's honestly one of the things that I just don't necessarily believe. Say you have a nap. Where's the best location to wake up? In the place that you went to sleep. Otherwise, what the heck happened while you were sleeping? Um, love my audacity. I love that. I love that. Says the person who hates phone calls. I do hate phone calls. I do hate phone calls. Um, you know, Rosie, maybe one of the reasons I hate phone calls is because I can't use my power the way I can when I'm in person. Maybe. I wonder if that's like I would rather go to the place and talk to somebody face to face than pick up the phone and call them. Not joking. Maybe that's why. Hmm. Thank you. My eyes, for the longest time, my eyes were my favorite thing about me. Um, but then all of that, the whole mishap with this one happened, and then it got kind of lazy, and then it looked funny, and so I kind of got angry at my eyes. But I do love my eyes because they change color, and I think that's really really cool. Thank you. I think it looks ridiculous. I really do. It's one of my insecurities is my smile. Um, you guys are all very, very sweet. Again, I'm not looking for compliments, but that was a hard question. Um, Best compliment I ever received. And again, this is another hard one because like I love hearing compliments like, "Oh, you killed it on stage. Oh, this was so great." Blah 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 blah. But the best compliment I've ever received, and it's a compliment that I have received multiple times, is that when I am on worship team, people can see me worshiping on stage and worship better through me. And like or something to that effect. I can see God coming through the way you worship. I can things to that effect. That is hands down. The more people that tell like the first time it was amazing, but like people constantly tell me that and it fills me with a sense of joy and that I can't even it's wonderful. Like there is no greater compliment in the world to receive than to have someone tell you that they can see God through you. Like there is no greater compliment in this world. And that is something that I get when I'm on stage singing, which is also tells me that like my voice was literally God's gift. That's I'm using it what I'm supposed to be I have the talent and I'm honing it for the purpose that it is given, and I'm doing my job. And it is the best compliment that I have ever received, and I continue to receive, and I thank God every single time I do. Every single time. I've experienced that watching you sing in multiple video recordings. I wish you I do too. I think we will know for certain, for 100% certain by Friday if we are moving or not. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Pray. But we've basically made the choice that we're staying. So with that, hopefully I can do some more stuff in the future. I am singing twice. I'm singing once in September and once in October, because we're on a rotating type schedule thing. So once a month is sometimes what all I can get, and that's fine. I wish I did more too, but for now I'm going to take what I can get. I can't imagine what it's like in person. What is the best sunset you ever saw? In my in-laws' backyard. My in-laws live in Paradise. They live on the river in Florida, and the sun sets over the river every night. And so you think you see the most spectacular sunset in the world, and then a couple days later you'll see one just as spectacular but in a totally different way, and they're never the same. They're always different. I took a picture of one, and it'll take me too long to look up the picture, but it's on my Instagram. It's probably from 2 years ago, and it is literally a purple sunset, and it's got a palm tree and everything. That's their backyard, and it is a purple sunset, and I have zero filters on this picture, and it was gorgeous. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in terms of a sunset. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Let's see. Oh, it is 7:56. Y'all, 7:56 already. Which seat do you choose on the plane? I am either a window seat person because I will lean on the wall and fall asleep, or I'm an aisle seat person so I can straighten out my leg. At least one of my legs. I haven't been on a plane in a really long time. I will do what I can to avoid the middle seat. I will sit in the middle seat willingly if my husband is next to me and I can kind of lean in his direction. So there's that. Let's see. What else? Do. Have you ever broken up with a friend? Why? I don't know that we officially broke up, but I did break up with a friend from high school who I was very, very close with for a very, very long time. And then my senior year, she kind of just let her diva get to her. And yes, my name is my brand is Diva and the Divine, but in actuality, diva attitudes are a really big turnoff for me, which is why I'm very careful to not come across as a diva, like a genuine diva. I joke about it and I'll have a moment or two, but like there's a difference between that and like having a reputation like Leah Michelle, who's just apparently one of the worst humans in the world to work with. And so she was very, very good. She and I were the top singers in our school, and she let all the diva things get to her, and it was a major turnoff, and I just didn't really want any part of it. So at the time I kind of moved away from her and leaned into my relationship with my friend Laura, who was my college roommate. We decided to go to college together and room together. She was my friend all throughout high school as well. And I just kind of leaned into that group of friends and away from her because I just was like, I don't like where you're going. I don't like it. I don't like it. On the flip side, I've had at least 2 instances of friends breaking up with me, and I don't even know why. That's the problem. One person, like literally, it just felt like out of nowhere. This was in college. She decided that we were not to be friends anymore. I don't know why. I have no idea what happened. And she just decided, I don't know if she decided she didn't like me. I don't know if I did something or said something to offend her. I have no idea. I have no idea why. But it was a complete 180, and I'm just like, that's interesting. I I don't know what happened. And then a YouTube friend broke up with me. I'm pretty sure over my child-free Q&A. Apparently, I said something in there that she found offensive, and like flat out was like, I need to restrict you. I need to blah 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 because she was offended by my opinion of something. Um So I was like, "Well, that's a bummer because I really enjoyed having you as a friend, but if that's your choice, then that's your choice." It was not something that I was going to fight for. I have learned in my older age, it is not worth fighting for people who don't don't want to have anything to do with you. If they don't want to be your friend, like Andy says, her loss. Like I it's just not worth fighting for if they all of a sudden decide you did something that was if you can't pinpoint what it is exactly that you did, like, like if you did something wrong, you should know you did something wrong. And in both of these instances, I have no idea what I did wrong. No idea. And so I was like, well, if that's the way they want to do it, then that's fine. Okay. I'm a window sheep and stay there the entire time and not bother anyone. Um, and it still hurts at the time, but I don't tend to keep friends very long. 8 o'clock on the nose. Let's see. I'm almost done. I'm almost done with the questions. So we have a dream dinner party guest, alive or dead. Is it a cop out answer to say my grandmother? Because now that I'm older, she died when I was like she died when I was 23. But like it's one of those like I wish that she could come to dinner and meet my husband and see that I'm doing okay and like look at this life we've built and all of those things, I wish she and then I would of course invite my cousins and my sisters and she could meet her great grandchildren and be like, look grandma, the boys turned out okay, look, we all turned out okay. Like that would be like the ultimate party. And I mean, let's bring back all the grandparents. Of my four grandparents, I only have one left living. So, I would like to bring them all back. I never met my mom's dad. I've never met him. So, bring back all the grandparents. So, what if you lie to spare feelings and eventually realize you haven't wanted to be friends for a while? I mean, again, it depends on like are you gonna 5 years down the road, if you decide that you don't really wanna be friends anymore, are you gonna go walk up to them and go, "P.S. Your wedding dress, it was hideous." Like, no, you're not gonna do that because I would assume you're still a decent human being, and just let bygones be bygones. But, is that kind of what you mean? Like, what if you did something to, like, protect their feelings and, like, only to what? Lash out at them later and be like, "Actually, I didn't mean that." No, I wouldn't do that. Oh, I can't decide. They're all really good. They're all I have one from my sister-in-law that was custom made for us. I would probably keep that one, but there's also a really nice one that Eric's grandmother bought me. Like when we were out shopping, I made a comment of, "Oh, this is so cute." And she literally went back later and bought the thing and gave it to me for Christmas. So like I have two. And then like for water bottles, logic would say my hydrate, but that's completely replaceable. My sister just made me this one, so probably this one, but also I love my Starbucks one. So I have no good answer. I have no good answer. I want the front seat if I ever fly again. Yep. I do like the front seat, and I have flown in first class twice. Because I have an awesome husband who got upgraded. And one time we both got upgraded. One time he got upgraded and he let me sit in the first class seat because I had Gracie with me and he sat in coach. That's how you know you got the man. Um, let me see. I think I answered all of them. There was one, some bucket list items. I don't know. Like I have like ultimate dream items. Like it's on my bucket list, like, be on a Broadway stage. Will that ever happen? I don't know. Like, that's not something I can actively, like, go out and be like, "Let's make that happen." Um, because there's a possibility that it just wouldn't. So I don't really know. I don't really know. My bucket list item, I want to build a house. I wanna build a house. I wanna build our dream house with my dream freaking kitchen, which apparently is really hard to find in housing that is, not $1,000,000. Um, so there's that. Gosh, y'all, I don't know what's on my bucket list. I wanna go back to Japan and vacation in Japan and do the whole Japan circuit again. We lived there. We didn't vacation there, but we lived there for 10 weeks. So I would love to go back and experience that when I'm not like in the thick of winter and like just having to uh deal with like the culture shock of not understanding the language and like actually having to live there versus like we're on vacation, let's explore new things. So I want to go back and do do Tokyo and do Hakone and do it all again. So that's a bucket list item. And gosh, what else do I want to do? I don't know. Days like this, I feel like I'm so boring because, like, what do I really want to do? I want to build my dream home and then live in it. Like that's my that is my bucket list right there. I have no idea what the DN is either, Amberly. Um, so like, what other bucket list items do I have? I don't know. It's not to have kids. Maybe it's to get another dog. Want to get another dog. Um, you know, like, I have, like, lofty goal things, but, like, is that the same as bucket list items? Like, I would love to, in my lifetime, I would love to get back on stage, but, like, is that a bucket list thing? I don't think so. I don't think so. Go to Harry Potter World, wanna do that again, but I've already done it, so that can't be a bucket list thing, you know? Um, I'm boring, y'all, I'm boring. I think I answered all of the questions. Oh wait, here's the last one. How is your cut going? Of course. Somebody asks it. I feel an oregano coming on, Kim. Yes. Probably. I would guess that we've got an oregano up in here, y'all. We got an oregano up in here. Maybe getting on an official stage. Yeah. Like, but what's an official stage? Like a community theater or like being paid for my services? Maybe that's the bucket list item is being paid to sing. Being paid to sing in a musical. I have been paid to sing multiple times. Uh, so the cut is going. I had a moment where I actually flipped down into the next wait decade only to have it pop back up the next day and haven't seen it yet since. But that's fine. It happened during the week of my period and weirdness and whatever. So I'm good. Oh, look, and there you go. There it is. So what was the question? Do I support it? No. No, I do not. You might want to upgrade your underwear if you need some supporting, my friend. That's all I'm going to say about that. Um and there you go. There it is. Um so yeah, I mean it's going. My cut is on the move. I'm feeling really good. I've been at my lower calories for this is week 3, I think. And like I said, my period was thrown right in the middle of that. So it, jacked things up, spiked things a little bit, but it's fine. I feel really good and I feel really optimistic about where this is going to go. So I just have to be patient and I just have to do the work and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm thinking get paid or on stage at a major theater or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things like mark my words, y'all. If we decide that we are staying here, we're going to do our holiday thing. And then once we get back here, I have a friend. One of my friends here is into the music theater scene here and knows people. I will be getting started again. I got to audition for something, anything. Just even if it's like a musical review, like just I need to be doing something. I love singing my worship music. I want to get on stage and belt. I want to get on stage and sing what I'm good at, which is Broadway belter stuff, and like get back into that. So that's that. All right, friends. I kept you about an extra 10 minutes. I apologize, but we got through all the questions. So thank you to everybody who asked the questions. I really do enjoy answering the random things, and I love the conversations that come up because we do the random Q&As, and I learn a lot about you guys too, which is great. And so we will see you the same time next week. And that's great. And you seem to be doing well with that from what I've seen. Yep. Today I had an accidentally higher carb day, but it's fine because we are back on carb cycling. So I was like, whoop, instead of a Friday, Saturday high carb day, we get high carb day today and only one later. That's okay. I'm managing just fine. It feels good. So I have to say farewell. I have more medication to take. Sorry. Thank you for coming, Andy. I'm so glad that you were here. All of you, I appreciate it so very, very much. Take care. I will see you at the same time next week. Have a wonderful rest of your night.